Stop whatever you're doing because what I'm about to tell you is the kind of scandal that makes reality TV producers kick themselves for not having the cameras rolling. Picture this. Harlem's own Chrissy Lampkin. Yes, that Chrissy. Caught in a situation so wild that even Jim Jones, the man who's dodged wedding vows like they're subpoenas, is allegedly losing his mind. We're talking late-night luxury hotel rendezvous. A mystery man who's anything but random. Okay. And receipts so damning they make past love and hip-hop drama look like a kindergarten field trip. You think you've seen something messy? Oh, no. This is a masterclass in betrayal, a headline straight out of the Poetic Justice Handbook. And here's the kicker. The man in question isn't just from Jim's inner circle. He's allegedly been sitting at his business table, counting money with him, smiling in his face while sliding into Chrissy's DMs. How's that for loyalty? The streets are buzzing, the blogs are foaming at the mouth, and the internet is sharpening its pitchforks. So buckle up, because once we start peeling back these layers, you're going to realize this isn't just a cheating scandal. It's the kind of bombshell that blows up reputations, relationships, and bank accounts in one hit. Let's start from the beginning, because this mess didn't just fall out of the sky. It's been brewing for years. Marinating in drama, betrayal, and more red flags than a boxing match. Chrissy Lampkin and Jim Jones have been reality TV gold for over a decade. The couple who could argue in the middle of Tiffany's, cry on a yacht, and still manage to show up on red carpets pretending everything was fine. Viewers have watched their relationship ride through storms of cheating allegations, money problems, and that infamous proposal where Chrissy got down on one knee and Jim, instead of jumping up with joy, looked like he'd just been told his tour bus got towed. Fast forward through years of unkept promises and public, we'll get there eventually, interviews. And what do we have? A relationship that's been teetering on the edge so long it's practically doing a tightrope act. But even after all, the times Jim allegedly slipped up, the late-night studio sessions, the suspicious business trips, the parade of Instagram models conveniently popping up in the same cities as him, Chrissy stayed. She smiled through rumors, defended him against critics, and somehow convinced the world she was unfazed. Till now. Because this time, it's Chrissy who's under the microscope. And the heat is blinding. It started innocently enough, or at least that's how her camp tried to spin it. A quick Miami getaway, luxury hotel, designer bikinis, poolside cocktails, just a girls' trip, right? Except here's the problem. Jim wasn't there. And according to sources, the ones who always seem to be 2 martinis deep but somehow have the sharpest eyes in the room, Chrissy wasn't lounging poolside alone. Enter the mystery man. At first, his face was blurred in the leaked photos floating around the internet. But you didn't need a detective badge to notice the body language. They weren't talking about weather patterns or real estate investments. This was lean in close, hand on the arm, tell me more energy. And just when the blogs were warming up, the real ammo dropped. Screenshots of alleged DMs between Chrissy and this man hit the web, flirty exchanges, late-night miss you texts, and pictures that would make a publicist develop a sudden drinking habit. We're not talking about an innocent selfie here. We're talking about content that could single-handedly boost OnlyFans subscriptions. The internet went wild, dissecting every emoji, every timestamp, every suggestive pose. Now, if this were just some Miami fling with a stranger, it would still be a mess. But this isn't just any man. Word on the street, and trust me, this street has excellent Wi-Fi, is that this guy is part of Jim's inner circle, not just a casual acquaintance. Not just someone I met once backstage. We're talking about a man who allegedly sat at Jim's business meetings, shared meals, strategized deals, and smiled in photos with him. And if that's true, then what we have here isn't just cheating, it's a full-blown betrayal at a corporate and personal level. And this is exactly where the story starts to get ugly, because once that connection came to light, everything shifted. From juicy gossip to nuclear-level scandal. You see, it's one thing for your partner to stray. It's another for them to do it with someone who's been breaking bread at your table. counting your money and calling you bro, while plotting late-night hotel room visits with your girl. The betrayal is multi-layered here. And Jim Jones, the man who's built a career on looking unbothered by public opinion, allegedly lost every ounce of composure when the news hit his phone. Sources close to him, and by close, I mean the kind of people who can hear an argument through 3 locked doors, claim Jim went from zero to volcanic in record time. It started with DMIs, texts, screenshots. His phone was lighting up like Times Square, each pinging another nail in the coffin of his composure. At first, he thought it was just gossip, the kind of fake outrage people stir up online to get a few clicks. But then came the real receipts. Clear images, identifiable tattoos, timestamps that matched Chrissy's Miami trip. That's when the switch flipped. According to one insider, Jim didn't even finish his drink before he booked a last-minute flight straight to Miami. No entourage, no warning, no hotel reservation. Just rage, raw and unfiltered. And a determination to get answers. Falsetto face. Picture it. The Miami skyline glowing in the distance. The humid air thick with tension, and Jim storming into a luxury hotel lobby like a man who just found out his best friend and his girlfriend might be co-starring in an unapproved reality show. Security barely had time to react before he was upstairs, pounding on Chrissy's door. And when it opened, oh, the scene was straight out of a soap opera you didn't know you needed. Chrissy looking caught off guard but trying to play it cool, and standing just a few feet away, the mystery man himself. What happened next? Well, accounts vary. Some say Jim shouted so loud the hotel staff were ready to call the cops. Others say he went ice cold, speaking so quietly it was more terrifying than yelling. What's consistent in every version is that Chrissy didn't deny knowing the man, she just downplayed the situation, claiming it was complicated and that people were misinterpreting what they saw. But let's be real, late night? In a hotel suite with a man from your boyfriend's business. Circle is the kind of misinterpretation no PR team can fix. And as if the drama wasn't enough, rumors began swirling almost immediately that there's more than just photos and texts out there. Allegedly, and this is where things get even spicier. Security footage from the hotel exists. It's footage that, if leaked, could make the demise look like child's play. The whispers are that it's only a matter of time before someone cashes in on that tape. And when they do, this won't just be a scandal. It'll be a career-shaking, relationship-ending public spectacle. And yet, somehow, we're still not at the worst part. Because the worst part isn't the photos. It's the demise, or even the potential hotel footage. It's who this man allegedly is to Jim Jones. Sources in Harlem's tight-knit business scene claim this isn't just some casual associate. This is someone who has been in the trenches with Jim, handling deals, sharing profits. And here's the knife twist: being trusted with personal matters most outsiders never even hear about. Imagine building an empire with someone only to find out they've been building a side hustle with your girlfriend behind your back. The kind of betrayal that burns twice, once in the heart and once in the wallet. Word on the street is Jim isn't just hurt, he's already moving to sever every tie with this man. That means contracts torn up, joint ventures dissolved, and possibly lawsuits ready to fly. One insider claims Jim's lawyers are digging into every business deal the two have ever touched, looking for ways to push him out completely. And in industries where reputation is currency, being labeled a snake could cost this man millions before the year is over. Meanwhile, Chrissy is laying lower than low. No social media rants, no interviews, no cryptic Instagram captions, just silence. But that silence is speaking volumes. Because when you're innocent, you usually scream it from the rooftops. When you're guilty, well, you hope the storm blows over before the receipts hit TMZ. The problem? The internet doesn't forget, and the streets are buzzing louder every day. Fans are split right down the middle. Half of them are gleefully calling this karma, poetic justice for all the years Jim allegedly stepped out while Chrissy played the loyal partner. They're pulling up old love and hip-hop clips, reminding everyone of that awkward proposal and the fact that over a decade later, there's still no wedding ring. The other half, mostly Jim's Riddiardy supporters, furious on his behalf, saying Chrissy should have just walked away. She was unhappy instead of blowing up his personal and professional world with one calculated move. Adding gasoline to the fire, Yandi Smith. Yes, that Yandi, Chrissy's longtime rival, couldn't resist jumping in. She posted a not-so-subtle IG story that read, "Some things age like fine wine, others like spoiled milk." No names, but come on. Everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. It's the kind of shade that doesn't just throw a shadow. It blocks out the sun. Now the question isn't just whether Jim and Chrissy will survive this, it's whether Jim will ever recover from the double betrayal of losing his partner and his business ally in one blow. And with whispers that the hotel footage is being shopped to the highest bidder, we could be days away from this private scandal turning into an unmissable public circus. One thing's for sure. When it drops, the internet won't just watch, it'll explode. And there you have it, another chapter in a saga that's getting messier by the minute. But trust me, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and the receipts we've got lined up will leave you speechless. So don't even think about blinking, stick around, because the next update might just break the internet.